Assalamu alaikum grade 3, how are you? I hope you're happy and safe. Our lesson today is the distributive property. You know that we can use smaller known facts to find products. We can do this by using the distributive property. The distributive property allows you to decompose one factor into two addends. Let's start with the first example. Example number 1, page number 507. Henry's hardware store sells wrench sets like this one. Each set holds 8 wrenches. How many wrenches are there in 6 sets? To answer this question, we need to find 8 times 6. To find the unknown product, we can decompose a factor. We can decompose 8 or we can decompose 6. For example, we can decompose number 8 to 4 and 4, or to 6 and 2, or to 1 and 7, or we can decompose number 6 into 3 and 3, or we can decompose it into 2 and 4. We can also decompose number 6 to 5 and 1. When we would like to compose a factor, it's a good idea to think if it's easy to multiply by these numbers. You know it's very easy to find the multiples of 5 and 1. It's much easier than finding the multiples, for example, of 3. So it's a good idea to decompose number 6 into 5 plus 1. So this is the whole array. 8 times 6, we will decompose number 6 into 5 plus 1. So now we have two arrays. 8 times 5 and 8 times 1. Now we need to find the products. 8 times 5 equals 40. 8 times 1 equals 8. Now we need to add the products. So 40 plus 8 equals 48. This is the unknown product, 48. It's so easy, right? So 8 times 6 equals 48. So there are 48 wrenches. Now please grade 3, be sure to fill these blanks with the correct answers. Page number 507. Now let's solve example number 2. Karina's dad used 7 boards to build a picnic table. So interesting. 7 boards. How many nails were used if each board needed 7 nails? To solve this question, we need to find 7 times 7. We have 7 boards and 7 nails each. So to solve this unknown product, we can decompose any of these two factors. They are the same. So we can decompose this factor into 6 and 1. We can decompose it into 3 plus 4. We can decompose it into 5 and 2. We can decompose it into 6 plus 1. But it's a good idea to decompose it into 5 plus 2 because we know it's very easy to find the multiples of 5 and the multiples of 2. So this is the whole array. We will decompose it into two smaller arrays. So now we have 5 times 7 and 2 times 7. So this is the first one, 5 times 7 and 2 times 7. Now we need to find the products. 5 times 7 equals 35 and 2 times 7 equals 14. Now we need to add the products. 35 plus 14 equals 49. So the answer is 49. Karina and her dad used 49 nails altogether. Now please grade 3, be sure to fill these blanks with the correct answers. Now let's solve question number 1. Use the distributive property to find each product. 8 times 3 equals what plus what? To find this unknown fact, we can decompose one of these two factors. We can decompose 8 or we can decompose 3. But if we decompose 3 into 2, and 1, you know, finding the multiples of 2 and 1 is really easy. So it's a good idea to decompose this factor. So we will keep 8 as is, here and here. And in these two blanks, we will write 2 and 1, because 2 plus 1 equals 3. Now 8 times 2 equals 16. It's so easy, right? 8 times 1 equals 8. Now we need to add 16 plus 8 equals 24. So 8 times 3 equals 24. Let's solve the question number 2. 8 times 8. We can decompose any of these two factors. We can decompose it into 4 plus 4. We can decompose it into 5 plus 2. 5 plus 3. Or we can decompose it into 7 and 1. But you know, finding the multiples of 5 is so easy. So it's a good idea to decompose number 8 into 5 and 3. So we will keep the first factor as is. It's 8. Now we need to find the products. 8 times 5 equals 40. And 8 times 3 equals 24. We find this product here. Now we need to add 40 plus 24 equals 64. So please grade 3, be sure to write the correct answers on your book, page number 508. You can decompose these factors into different numbers. The idea is to get the final answer here. It's 24 for 8 times 3, and it's 64 for 8 times 8. Now it's your turn in grade 3, so please try to solve these questions by yourself, and then when you finish, you can check your answers here. This is for page number 509, and this is for page number 510. You can check your answers here. The next two pages are your homework grade 3, so please try to solve them by yourself, and then when you finish, you can check your answers here. Page number 512. It's the end of grade 3. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.